What was this one story? Oh, we was coming down from the north with 200-300 head of tip horns. Now this is back in the 30s, you know. Tip horns, that was your Texas steers, tip horns. They didn't, if there was good cattle, they tip horned them so the feed yards could take them. They didn't want to put horned cattle in the feed yards because they would blind each other, but they tip horn them. About half, just leave a stub. But we was coming in with 200-300 head from the north there, and the train was coming down there about 1 o'clock, and beep, 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 and when them old steers, you know, heard that beep, they just folded back on top of us. Old Herman, with his one hand off, he just rode right down their side of that steam locomotive. They had a young boy on there, a big, tall, slim boy. His war had started. He just rode right on down there and climbed up side of that engine cab, you know, and put his hook around that young engineer, because he had a young engineer on there, nice big like a basketball player. Just put his hook around his neck there and says, "Sonny boy, when you see these cattle coming, don't blow that goddamn whistle." I tell you, some of these old cowboys didn't take a bit of bullshit off of anybody. When I worked with the Hess Ranch, they'd come in the spring and we'd probably get, well, 200-300 head in one night, you know, and old Santa Fe came down from Eskridge, you know, and unloaded out there. They called it Allendorf Station. That's where most of them were, and some at Hessdale Station out there, see. I went there, unloaded. That was the days the trains would come in anytime, you know, any time of the night. We'd have to be up there and count them off and whatnot. And, Ed Bone was taking care of the big outfit at Eskridge, but I worked the Hess's deal. But it was really interesting. You know, the cattle would come in and you'd have to pull the man with the lantern out here would never stop it right where it's supposed to be, you know, the rail car, and we'd have to drag that big bull board, weighed about 200 pounds, back and forth 4 or 5 feet. And I remember one night the lantern man out there, we'd have to drag it this way or drag that way. Finally, Herman Summers, he was that one-armed cowboy, but you never saw a better cowboy than old Herman Summers. You know, he rode a buckskin horse, but he had this one arm off here in a buzzsaw, you know, here you go. But he went down, finally he says, "By God, we're tired of dragging this bullboard. Give me that damn lantern." He hit that lantern man over the head with it. And now I'm going to stop that damn train here so we don't drag that bullboard back and forth here 10 feet every time. There were some interesting old cowboys years ago, some old boys that's really hard. Well, yes, they come clear out of Texas. They was awful hungry. But we'd hit the trail right away. We had, coming out of Hessdale there, we'd go and cross the creek and up over the hill and went way west with them. You know, Hess had a lot of that pasture back there where that bomber range was back in there. We go that way with it. But they'd hit the water there and they'd water up, and then they'd get kind of pokey too, you know, after they filled their bellies with water. But we'd take some of them. Well, we drove one bunch clear to Castle Grove. We had to take one big pasture down there with some of the stuff they took out there where the bomber range was. That was all Hess's country, you know, back in there. Lyle Hayter was a good cowboy at that time. He was a pretty, about your size, you know, but he had asthma real bad. He'd have to hold his nose when he went in to feed his horse his oats and stuff, you know. But he could cowboy. He was a good cowboy. Now they won't use this picture to send me to prison, will they?
It's always a possibility.